Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker, and I'm going to share with you everything that I just took with me on a holiday trip. It's all clean beauty and some skincare, and it's just kind of like a condensed little travel kit that I love to take with me. I had around 20 products with me. 6 of the 20 were lip products. I have an obsession. Like, I'm constantly trying and testing and doing new things with lip products. 4 were test products for me. So really, at the end of the day, I had 11 products that I was using on repeat. But I'm also going to tell you a little bit about application and a fun story about giving my mom a makeover. If you want to hear more about that, stick around and let's get into it. If you like these kinds of roundups and honest reviews and all the rest of the stuff you see over here, please take 2 seconds, hit that like button. It makes a huge difference. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And I'm going to dive into this little thing that's in front of me. It's like, woo. I'll also talk to you about the brushes too. I'm just gonna pull these things out and get going. I was visiting my parents there in Florida. It was over the holidays. It's humid there. There's not a lot to do with the skin, and we're not going to any big major events, right? It's just Thanksgiving. I started with the Say Sun Visor. If you couldn't tell, this puppy is on its way out, but I am using it up to the last drop. Wore this every day, and I would also do brows with the Kosas brow pencil. I know there's so much plastic, it really makes me mad. But if I wanted a refill, I would go with Plume, but this is just, it's a better pencil. It's true, it lasts a little bit longer. I just purchased the taupe color. I have brown, black, and I have taupe, and I like both, which is kind of annoying, I understand that. The taupe is just softer, it's less severe. Second to last night I was there, I love doing this with my mom. I was like, do you want a makeover? We can use all my new stuff. And she was, I think, the most impressed by the brows because she just didn't, you know, you get into these ruts and you just do the same stuff every day. I do that too. So she freaked out for the Kosas brows. She got really fluffy, beautiful, natural looking brows. Her whole face shape changed. Also for brows, I have the Kosas Brow Gel, which is one of my favorites, which I've mentioned in the Britt's picks. It's really lovely, it holds really nicely, but I also love that it looks dimensional. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't look crispy, they just do a very good job, and they have a little bit of sheen in that formula to make your brows look like they're not shellacked on your face. I'm also testing the Ilia Brow Gel, which I have right here. It's their Essential Brow, and it's in medium brown, and it has a very different sort of brush. It's a smaller brush. This surprised me. This one stuck around for a very long time. The staying power on this may actually beat out the Kosas. A full review coming soon. If I needed a bit more coverage, I have my Say On, which gives a glow. Then I would put on the Rose Ink Concealer. It's not because it's my favorite, it's because I was testing it out and I happen to love it as a multitasker. I finally found the shade 050. That is the one that worked. I like had a blackout and I got 010, which was porcelain, which was not right. This has been working really nicely if I just want quick, easy under eye brightening and coverage on the face. If, however, I needed a little bit more, which some days I knew I wasn't going to be eating very well, so sometimes my skin reacts to that. It always does, actually. I brought the Anika Bb Cream. I haven't talked about it in a while, but that doesn't mean that it's not on heavy rotation over here. So I still love this. From there, if I needed some setting, because like I said, humidity, 14E setting powder. It's one of the best out there for me. Which brings me to the eyeliners and the eyeshadows. I kept it real simple. I have my Ilia gel liner, which I have been using on repeat. I also really love the jojoba, Air Perez jojoba eye pencil. I still love that. It's a little bit creamier than this, but this is also one of my new favorites. And then I have their liquid liner as well, the Ilia liquid liner. It's more like a marker. It's pretty easy to go on. Oh, whoops, I was holding the wrong one. The marker liquid liner, I liked it. It was easier to put on my mom, actually, because it was like just such a fine point. I also really still like the Zuzu Luxe. I do, I still like it. The thing that I did with the eyeliner on my mom, which kind of made her freak out in a good way, was I really just focused on underneath. I tight lined up top, and I just wanted to keep it really light and elongating. So we have a very similar face shape. Hello, genetics. And so what I did was just gave her a very minor wing, and then I smudged it out to soften it, but I kept it all the way at the end. And then I actually pulled it up even further. I did not video this. My mom is a private person, so she's like not gonna be the mom on YouTube with her daughter. I brought it up and it really lifted. So we not only had the brows lifting, but the outer corner of her eye looked really good, and it's really easy to do. If you don't want to use your finger to help that, then you can just use an angled brush and just glide it on underneath. The other thing, this is the Fit Glow brush. I added a little bit more concealer at the very end and just went right along here and kind of cleaned up that line, but it also created more elongation right here for her. It just looked really, really good. Then in terms of shadow, I brought my two RMS Swift Shadows. I have them in Tempting Touch, TT76, and Twilight Madness TM21. Both really great colors, very different. So we have a very warm color and we have a very cool color. Oftentimes I just wore the Tempting Touch on repeat every day. And I could sometimes just use my hands. When I did not, I used an angled brush. I have the Sigma angled brush here for that. Easy peasy, didn't have to think twice about it. And if I felt like putting on anything else, I brought the Aether Amethyst Gemstone palette, which is no longer out there, I don't think, because they rebranded and now they have smaller palettes. This is so one of my favorites, so if you have it, hold on to it. As I started getting kind of like, ooh, I want this, ooh, I want to bring this, which is exactly what I try to avoid when I'm packing. But I brought the Marshmallow Bouncy highlighter deal. I used this on my mom. She freaking loved it. It was right up here, and under the brow bone. Again, more lifting, always lifting, brightening, just beautiful. Also worked kind of in the inner corners. And then I brought the RDF Ritual Defia Solar Flare Rare Light Cream Luminizer. I used this quite a bit if I wasn't using Tempting Touch, or if I wanted to make sure that Tempting Touch would stay. What I'll do is just pat this on with my finger on the eyelid, and then I'll put the powder shadow on top, and it helps it last. And I did not find that to crease at all because I'm putting so little of this on. I only brought one mascara, which is exciting for me because I have a lot that I'm always trying and testing. The Kjaer Weis, it was the Kjaer Weis. For small size, makes it very convenient for travel. Also, I needed to use this up because it was about to expire. It's on its way, but I want to get a new refill. So excited to get a refill for this. Even though the refill is plastic, it's a lot less plastic. My mom liked it. She wasn't crazy about it. She has one that she likes, which is probably like totally conventional. She liked it. She just felt this gumminess that happens at first and it freaked her out. And then after that it went away and she was like, no, I actually like it. But I don't think she would buy it because she didn't like that initial feel. To each their own. She was so happy. I highly recommend Family Makeover Time if you want to do it. I don't know. It could just be me. I didn't bring a blush because I use my lip products to do that if I ever want to do it. I did bring the Lily Lolo bronzer in Honolulu. It's a really nice neutral subtle color. I didn't want anything crazy. I didn't want anything shiny. Again, I was just going for basic clean makeup every day. Loved that bronzer, very easy to apply. Lip stuff, I went a little overboard. Let me just, first thing first, I had to bring my Westman Atelier because I gotta use this. It was so expensive. Second, third, fourth, fifth. I have the Kosas Sport. This is just a really nice balm to have on every day. It's like the easiest peasiest thing. It fits in your pocket easy. Erin's Faces Mineral Lip Gloss. This is pretty much kicked at this point. I'm gonna have to get rid of it, but I wanted to use up the rest of it. This is in shade Chelsea. One of my favorites. It does have a peppermint scent, so if you don't like that, you're not gonna like this, plus all that plastic. It's a small business, women-owned business, and I really like that color. I also ended up bringing two more glosses. This is the Balmy Gloss from Ilia, which I really like. It doesn't stay on as long as I want it to, but I have this in shade Maybe Violet. Finally, for a really strong pop, outside of the Westman Atelier, that'll pay off too, is the Aether Lip Cream, and I have this in shade Self Love. I just bought a new one of these too. This is beautiful, very lightweight, very strong payoff. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Those are the things that I brought with me. The lip stuff on my mom wasn't as impressed. She was like, whatever. For her, it was really the eyes. So the Kosas pencils, the lifting of the liner, the crease of the Tempting Touch, which I put on her. Also, I added that to the outer corner. Really, everything was on the outer corner. In terms of skincare, it was very, very, very basic. I had my gua sha, forgotten my jojoba oil, which I use all the time to cleanse. So I used the One Love Organics Vitamin B Enzyme Cleansing Oil or something. It was my mom's. I'm buying it for myself. It was so wonderful that I'm buying it for myself. So I just took my makeup off with that. The moisturizer that I put on every night. I did not bring a serum this time because my skin was a little bit finicky before I left for the trip, so I wanted to just keep it very, very, very simple. No serum, I just used the Weleda Skin Food Light. I'm almost at the end of it. I really do enjoy that product. I also love that it smells kind of to me like a gin and tonic. I think I'm gonna go over back to Pie for a little bit, check out some of their moisturizers, unless you have a really good moisturizer that you can recommend for winter months. So let me know in the comments below. That's it. That was the whole kit and caboodle. Do people still say that? I do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun with this one. If you did, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. I have new videos coming out weekly. And share with me some of your top travel picks. Like, what are your clean beauty travel picks and skincare picks? Because sometimes the skincare bottles can be tricky. Oh, I forgot to mention, for hair care, I just took all the samples of the Madison Reed Shampoo and Conditioner, which are big, and I just used those. It was very simple. I happen to love their shampoo and conditioner. I don't think it's the cleanest, but my hair loves it. All right, I'm gonna go put all this away, unpack, and I'll see y'all right back here real soon. Until then, bye.